So, as of yesterday, I've discovered what exactly this mysterious cube thing is that people have been talking about. Uh, Keegan invited me and bunch of other YouTubers and content creators to do a little cube draft thing. There's like online tools for this, but basically, fundamentally, a cube, for those of you who don't know, is essentially a limited sealed draft format where there are like these packs of cards and you pass them around and just pick cards sequentially. So people pick the good cards first, and then as it goes, the packs get less and less interesting looking. So it was a pretty cool experience. My first time ever doing something like this. I think most of us were new to it, besides Keegan, who's done it before. And it was this pool that he's created for Edison format. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I definitely I think there's room for me to learn and improve in terms of things are definitely different in a cube draft format than they are in regular Edison format or in any regular format that's unlimited, of course. So this is the deck that I essentially came up with from my draft. Also, I would like to address that if I sound a little bit different today, it's because I got a new mic. So let me know if something's weird with the audio. But I think the deck that I ended up with was pretty cool. Ended up on this like mill strat with some zombies, light swarms. I got a lot of a volcanic package, which I think was really neat. Of course, I got those triple Phoenix Wing Wind Blasts. Didn't get any Trigodias because RJ sniped every one of them, but we gotta live with what we get. Also, I think in the match I'm going to show you versus Keegan, my build was a little bit different. I was on like these cyber valleys and stuff. I played him first, because he had to go, so we did like some early game, and then I fixed up my list after that because I felt like there wasn't a lot of synergy with that stuff, with like cyber valleys, scapegoat control stuff I was trying to do. I went more in on this mill strategy. I threw in like Dark Samorg to have a boss monster because I felt like I was a little bit win conless. But anyway, yeah, it's a cool list. I had a lot of fun. I'm gonna show you the games. So let's just start out. Let's start out with the Keegan match, since this was the first one. Keegan's got 47 cards. This match was really funny. So, yeah, he goes Gear Frame into Fortress. I have some like Light Sworn cards, and I can mill a bunch, so that's nice. He has a Goblin Zombie. I'm just gonna kill the Gear Frame to try and not give him a search, I think. Plus the Goblin Zombie mill could be beneficial for me. Like I said, there's a few weird different cards. My deck was like 5 cards different in this match than in the other two. I don't know if that's allowed or if I cheated or not. But no one was watching this, so I don't really think it matters. He's just gonna summon this and smashing around me, so whatever. I go set. He's got the GNX Undyne and controller, which was very shocking. Very shocking indeed. Sinister Serpent with Undyne is absolutely insane. Here he goes for teleport attack, and then he drops Fortress and goes got him to rip the last card out of my hand, which was maybe a bit of a weird play, but given that it was Snatch Steal, he would have gotten really punished for leaving Gothams there, I guess. But maybe it would have just been better to leave Fortress there. I don't know. Anyway, we go Tomato hit. He goes set Turtle. I just hit in. I get another shell and pass. Sets and passes. I'm just going to set my MST. I feel like the chances of any given person having Storm is pretty low in Cube, so I'm just setting everything here. He hits over my Tomato. I go into Goblin. I blind space the back row, and I get kind of punished for trying to Ray Charles it here. He chains Ring on my Goblin. I decide to chain Econ here, and then get a search. Maybe I should have just gotten Plague and Synchroed here, huh? That seems like a bit of a... Yeah, that was a throwy play for sure. But we're going to hit over his stuff. He's going to float into Vampire Lord, which is going to be tough to out, actually. There's a lot of weird stuff that's like tough to out in Limited. So, like I said, there's a lot of considerations and stuff you have to think about when drafting about how it's different than constructed. So I'm looking forward to playing more and sort of figuring stuff out. Anyway, he's got this crazy play where he summons Paladin of Cursed Dragon, and since I happen to be playing zombies, he can steal my Zombie Master and steal my Plague, so he just leaves it there. Here we are going to hit over my Plague and Synchro, but he has like Monarchs, which I never even got to see these in the... Maybe I saw the Ryza ones, actually. Monarchs are probably insanely good in Cube, though. Should definitely take them. Here I have a Debris Dragon. Unfortunately, no, this is fine. We can BRD everything. But the Vampire Lord's just going to come back, and we're, like, dead that turn. So, yeah. That is the end of that game. Game number 2, I open a very, very normal summon-heavy hand, unfortunately. He's going to go Crash for the Vampire Lord and hit over my guy. And I think this one goes downhill real fast. Because we just keep drawing more monsters. I think that I can like Cyber Valley this, but as a matter of fact, I cannot. Because he has Ring and Compulse set, which is just a massive issue. Both of these stop Cyber Valley. In Constructed, there's like not a lot of things that stop Cyber Valley, to be honest, but here there definitely is. We're going to take like 4k to the face with these two 2k beaters. Then I go MST, a blind set. I hit a ring, he rings. I go summon Cyber Valley, which... Does Vampire Lord... Oh, this has to be destroyed by an opponent's card effect? That's silly. Anyway, he's going to have the out for my Cyber Valley. I just have a bunch of normal summons that I'm bricked on. Oh, I had an Altana in here, too. Yeah. Like I said, my build was a little different in this. I ended up changing it up after, which is probably cheating. Probably. We don't know for sure. But, yeah. Anyway, here's my other match. I was up against... Oh, this was the guy playing a... like spellcaster type of strategy with a lot of flip monsters. It was super weird. The Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is an insane card in Cube. I found out, which I did take one. So, okay, he goes to Koichi attack. Oh man, he has Kuraz. I'm mad jealous. We get Raiden hit in. As you can see, there's a lot of cards that aren't technically an Edison in here, which is something I should have mentioned. We go Nobleman Extermination on the back row just set. Doomcal hits, and fortunately for me, his hand isn't super aggressive right now, so I'm not taking a ton of damage while I'm like trading kind of with negative tempo here. And I draw Zombie Master, which is a really good draw. Pitch the Volcanic Shell. We hit in, he pops my Goblin Zombie. And okay, I do remember to get my Shell Search, very nice. So like Cold Wave into Eccentric Boy into Gigantic Castle. This was insane. I lost it when this happened. Oh, man. Yeah, they can't set the back row. We draw the last shell, because of course we do, you know. It's just how it is. We Phoenix Wing back row and end phase here, because I think they didn't attack, so I can just go for, like, Catastern out this, which is what I'm going to do. We search the Dandelion, and we hit over, we set, we end phase MST, and here we drop Dark Samorg, attack. Fortunately for me, it is not another old Vindictive. And at this point, we're just going to kind of win because they're stuck under Dark Samorg and they can't do anything. I do catch this. You can't special monsters in face-down defense mode under Samorg. So, Plague and Shell is a really cool interaction too, man. But we just have game here, as you can see. I realize that I don't have a 9, but I have a 6, so it's all good. That is the end of that one. We're going to game number 2. They let me start for some reason. That was a little weird. Anyway, they go set 3. I'm going to summon Lila Pop, which maybe they should have just chained the Geki Break. They MST. I think they probably should have summoned this Apprentice and hit over my Lila, but they set it. So here we go for Raiden. Normally I would like sync for Stardust or a Mistworm or something here, but I do not have a Stardust or a Mistworm to sync for, so... anyway, here we can finally change Lila battle mode, so we go ahead and do it. Then we mill with Raiden again, and we go for Colossal Attack. It's going to get met with a Compulsory, which is fine. I go for Allure of Darkness, try to dig. We go Nobleman Extermination. Not a lot happening here. We're just passing back and forth as I'm unable to find a play. Here I finally go for this, get a huge 4-monster Torrential Tribute, which I ended up with like 2 of these Torrentials in my deck, which was crazy. Definitely got away with murder there on the drafting. Here we find Zombie Master, which is like MVP of the entire deck pretty much. We go for Hadez in case he has another Flip Monster. Here he goes Breaker. I Phoenix Wing it back. We stack for Plague. Synchro 8. And this game's looking pretty over. This Phoenix Wing, or this Breaker's been Phoenix Winged twice, which is a little rough. And yeah, that's going to be the end of that match. So, managed to pick up a win after getting absolutely owned by Keegan. Third match, we're up against Sarah Hyde. We go first. We go for Rocket, Search, Blaze Accelerator, Pass. They managed to have like this crazy Blackwing pool. As you can see, there's Dad in here, which I was mad jealous when I saw this Dad, because I really wanted that card for my deck, but not gonna get it. Here, I maybe should have snatched before I summoned a Raiden. Just gone like Snatch, Steal, Attack maybe, because I get punished hard by that Ick attack. I decide to banish it just in case there's a Blizzard. They draw Zephyros, which is another non-Edison card that is very cool and was in the pool. Here I'm going to Phoenix Wing the Sidra just to try and take the pressure off. I go for Zombie Master. They could have stopped this with Compulsory. I guess it would have just happened again next turn though. And they're drawing Cyber Dragon, so it's like they're just like delaying a turn to do some damage if they do it that way. They instead decide to compulse their Breaker so they can use it again. I managed to mill the Cyber Dragon that I know is on top with Goblin, which is really nice. But they still have a play with Gale plus Zephyros. They're going to make Armor Master and hit over my Zombie Master, so we're just turtling up. They're going to summon Breaker, hit over my Goblin, which... yeah, okay. And hit over my Dandelion. We get a Search. Our Lore is at least live now if we want to. Blaze Accelerator is going to help this whole board, which is really nice. Really nice for me. This entire turn was just really nice for me, and we set the Torrential. They return for Zephyros so they can make their Dad live, but fortunately for me I have Torrential Tribute, which is going to definitely save my ass there. Here they go for RFDD. They probably should have Shura attacked first and then RFDD'd, because I might have just mirrored that and then they could have killed me. So here we're just going to go sync level 6 and win game number 1. So that was pretty hype. We got to see Dad and Return resolve. So, and they opened Dad Zephyros again. So lots of crazy cards in the opponent's deck. I really doubt that they have more than one of either of those. So very interesting. Here I take the 16. I just popped the Bora. I don't see any point in putting Zephyros in grave. Although losing life points is like a lot riskier in cube, because I mean your cards are just worse and getting down on tempo can be really bad. We hit into a Kalute here, which yep, I got owned pretty bad there. Here they try to do a play where they Fiendish their own Zephyros so they can Synchro 6 and then bounce the Fiendish and then drop Dad, which is kind of obvious. I mean, it was a cool idea, but I saw through their deception. I go for a Card Trooper, Search. I do remember to search my shell before milling for Trooper. And we hit in. Go for Book of Life to get rid of the Zephyros, which is really nice for me. We go for Aaron, because, I mean, kicking anything back to deck's pretty good at this point. It turns out to be a Dekoichi, which means they still get to draw, and so not great, but it puts them off Dad's setup, I guess. But I think she drew an Armonite, so she's just gonna end up dropping Dad on me anyway. So we flip the Torrential again into the Dad. Double Torrential just coming in real strong here. We go for Book of Life, and then we stack for Plague. Once again using the Plague Shell combo that we have drafted very expertly. We go for Zombie Master. This is not quite game though, so we're going to have to give them one more turn. We do have Brain Control and Phoenix Wing though, so we should pretty much win from this point. They try to hit in with Shura, but we have the Phoenix Wing, and that's just going to be the end of the game. If I hadn't stopped that, I guess they could have Black Rosed me with Gale or something in main 2. But yeah, those are the games. I had to stop at this point because it was like 1 in the morning here, and I had class today, so. But I had a ton of fun just being there, talking with everyone, drafting, playing the matches. I hope to do it again. It was a really interesting experience. I think I like Cube. I'll probably cube more in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave a like, be sure to comment, subscribe, share the video, do all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.